Rob is not a Kazuya matchup.
He is if you believe in it.
Okay, so actually my mom's watching right now. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom gear. Remember me from July? It's a Reza.
She knows you as Justin.
Oh, it's Justin.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this set is going to be like pretty interesting. If you ask me what I think about the Steve Snake matchup, I don't know. That kind of feels like a joke that I would ask. What's the Snake Steve matchup like? But now that it's actually happening, you know, I feel like it's interesting because, like, in theory, Snake shouldn't do that bad because, like, you know, Steve's all about getting those, like, really quick hits on him, and then that Snake can just prevent that. But the issue is, Steve has a lot more tools than that.
Yeah, and I would feel like...
Oh! Oh, Rinrin's happy about that. He chuckled at that.
Oh, well, big smile on their face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so now Rinrin with the lead is one of the scariest players in Southwest Ohio. You like, legitimately, he is so good at, like, maintaining everything he needs. Like, look at that micro spacing with the down. But, you know, if we know anything, BiggieCheeze is not down. He's down, but he's not out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And, I mean, look, if Rinrin's got a lead, he's going to pretend he doesn't have a lead.
Yeah. So 62%. Yeah, no. The thing is, it's like playing against Steve is like such a complicated like idea because you kind of want to camp him out, but you don't want to camp him out too much.
I would agree with that.
Like, you got to find a way to constantly pressure him, but also not getting in his face.
And you know what's funny? The same can be said about Snake. So they both have to walk that balance themselves, which makes it really interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Why they got the motherfucking person using on? Very great question.
Yeah, no, Rinrin's playing this very well. I mean, like, BiggieCheeze is just off of a fresh, like, really great weekend at SOS. I believe that was probably already brought up.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
It was so good you could bring it up again, and a third time and a fourth time, and it never gets old.
Like, every week he's been playing Steve, he's just a little better than last week, you know? And I feel like he's only going to go to the moon with this character. But right now, almost a full stock lap.
Biggie can bring this back.
I mean, like, he has Diamond, you know? It's like... Steve is just, like, a lot of people, like, when they make tier lists, which, you know, already we kind of fundamentally...
He's got Diamond back in the pocket.
Yeah.
So he's got Diamond for the rest of this game.
I really like that high recovery. But yeah, no, it's just like a lot of people still like put Steve at only that high tier position, but like I think they kind of fail to recognize that frame data isn't everything and matchups aren't everything. It's like there's just a lot of like secret factors that like can't be described that like really rank a character, and I think Steve is like top tier in a lot of those secret factors, you know?
And positioning matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like once again, you know, Rinrin's doing like optimal gameplay right now, but like, you know, well, what does Steve have to gain actually, like, from camping at this moment? Because he has Diamond. You know?
Just trying to navigate all this pressure without exploding, because he can't really afford any more grenades at this point.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh
no!
Oh.
Yeah, Rinrin's not happy about that.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy.
He could afford another grenade. Biggie said, I'm tanking it.
Yeah. Well, Diamondback, like, I think that was tough because you needed to DI out that Diamondbacker for even a chance of that for you to live there. But, like, when you're setting up the grenade, you have to have it in that neutral position, and then you're not DIing. Or, like, you're drifting in, so you're already, like, going in, and then that backer is just going to rocket you to the top.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is not out of the realm of possibility. Rinrin was playing stats super well until
he was. Ferb in chat saying, "Man, actually, Rob."
Yeah,
perhaps.
isn't that crazy how Steve did that? Ferb? Isn't that kind of wild? Yeah. Anyways,
Smashville, a fan favorite of the Snakes. Not surprised to see it. This is interesting. I think if I'm Rinrin, I think I gotta basically kind of recreate that game plan, but just like not take some bigger gambles like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that wasn't even the much. Well, it was kind of a gamble. I think he needs to like utilize more of like fastball air dodge, which is a tool that like you can't use too often, but it's one of the strongest tools that you can utilize in your gameplay.
Well, but I think the thing is though is that everyone likes to get a little too eager trying to close the distance against Steve. and they just want to hit the guy. And Steve knows that you want to close the distance against him. And sort of like an inverted min-min, they try to make that difficult, especially at the last second. And, you know, you saw that. You saw that. It was like you don't have the frames. Yes, you close the distance, but I have the frame advantage to hit
Great C4.
And so he's got to be a little bit more careful about that, which easier said than done.
And that's another thing that I feel like people need to like take advantage of more with Steve is that like he needs time to craft his items.
Yes.
And if
bully him when he does it.
Like even like and when he has angel invincibility, you could just push him away from the table. You know, not a lot of people know that. Little Steve counterplay for those of you at home
watching. Mom Gear, take notes.
And you know that's just the $5.99 right there. You know, Snake tried to use his move, and then Steve said, I'm sorry, did you pay money for that move? I didn't.
I did, you did.
I did, yeah.
Well, are we going to feel too bad about Snake? The up tilt not working out?
I mean, you know, it's kind of the clash of the titans, you know, new versus old right there, you know.
That was a nasty tech.
Why did the minecart stop?
Good question.
I mean, all right. You know, you learn something new every day.
You do. And if you don't, you weren't doing it right.
And Steve can just kind of like pretend C4 doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. Nice combo off a grenade.
Yeah, and because
I'm surprised that sweet spot still.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great fastball to dodge that.
Yeah, so weaving in and out. Oh, I thought Biggie almost killed themselves.
Nah, he lives those. Uh-oh. Where's the mash? Oh, again, he's dodging these. Like, that's one of the scariest positions to be in early percent Steve, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's kind of
although
like,
Cereza here has converted off of that.
Uh-oh.
Remember?
Yeah, true. And there's no tech, yeah.
Oh.
It's tough. Like, there's just so many things you have to remember off stage against Steve.
Yeah. Steve is weird off stage. He really is. You just have to be careful. And unfortunately for Rinrin, doesn't with Snake. This is a fairly linear character trying to recover as far as momentum is concerned.
Yeah.
At least horizontal. Well, I mean, there's some vertical play, but once he's coming up, it's really linear.
I feel like Rinrin's not like using his positioning to pressure Biggie's shield enough because like he did the tomahawk but he up tilted. Like when I feel like using grabs to kind of position like where your opponent is on stage is just something that I feel like every player needs to do a bit more often. You know, like forward and back throws are some of your best neutral tools in the entire game because then it's almost a guaranteed corner pressure moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now at this point, you know,
he wants that grab. Steve says no. I'm hopping out.
Okay, but that dash attack is going to take it. Biggie does have diamonds. Let's see what... yeah, Rinrin's just going to let him craft it. But, you know, I mean, he's making this work out for him. The deficit is small.
He got the grenades to work it out.
Oh, great.
Oh, yes.
Did you see how he moved his shield
yes.
upward? Amazing.
We love that. We love some shield shifting.
Yeah, so now Rinrin takes back a lead, which is, like, very tough to do with Snake, especially against Steve. I mean, good gracious.
Yeah. This is a really even...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, good DI check.
Commentators stop talking about the status of the mass challenge.
And no, he's going to live that this time. Okay. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Not the George Bushism.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well,
questionable vertical suck-in.
I don't fundamentally agree with that move. If there's 3 moves of Steve's that I don't fundamentally agree with, it's minecart,